So the aftermath of a good car show and getting ready for one is to clean up your shop because it's destroyed. You can see it here, right there. There's the welding cart full of stuff when I had to bring it up to the front. Now, I'm not going to bore you with a whole bunch of that stuff, but yeah, see? I need to make room in here because there's, see them? Can't see them. They're right there. Wheels and tires though. We got to make some room for working again because we have to get some more work done on these piles of junk, especially the ones that are actually junk. And probably should do something with this black one too. Who knows what it'll be. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is, since the show's done and we're done hopefully just grinding away, so we can kind of slow down our pace, we're going to, or I'm going to, Peyton's doing her chores in the house. I'm staying out of the way for a little bit because I have chores doing there too. So I'm hoping they don't know I'm out here. I'm pretty sure they do. But I'm just going to get this stuff cleaned up and get some of the stuff moved out of here and get our shop back to normal. So I'll get you back in here after I'm done, or maybe I won't. We'll see. Take it easy. Hey, if you guys remember, the helmet here that Peyton was using, that used to be mine, failed. So we're going to retire it. And Peyton picked out this one here from Harbor Freight, their parking lot sale. It's got some flames on it, so that's pretty cool. So we're going to find a spot to hang this up in the shop, and I'm going to put the date on it and stuff, and the day it was ended, and we'll put it, I'll write it right in here just so we know for future. But her first welding helmet she ever wore out. That's pretty cool. Nobody freak out. Peyton's actually doing something in the shop. Anyway, we're getting there. Don't look outside because it's still terrible. We got this underway. We got some of that. Still have to figure out what I'm going to do with these guys, but that's much cleaner because, you know, it's about time. That, I don't know what we're going to do with that yet, but there's those patch panels I was talking to you about for Troublemaker. I also have some sheet metal over there. Some of it's on my Barracuda, so maybe there'll be some Barracuda in Troublemaker. We took down the dice. We put the handcuffs that were right up in the teeth over there, put them there. So it went from 80 million yesterday to raining in 70-ish. We're gonna get these in the shed. If anybody wants your race cover seats, let me know. You can have them. You just gotta pay for shipping. They're red. I don't like them. Anyway, this is kind of where we're getting to right now. So after the show, we need to get just some stuff cleaned up, and Peyton finally has to do some work. Yep, there we go. Hey, remember when we were talking about these spots on here? All right, since the former likes to drive down dirt roads, you see there's one there, coming from there, right? So that is sand from the dirt roads mixed with the chloride that they put on the road to keep the dust down. So what she's doing is that she's putting sand and salt all along concrete here. And that's why they were equally spaced out, and that's why there's no leaks on the ground. Pretty cool, huh? Saves me a lot of work. Also, we figured out that there's no brake problem on here. Probably just warrants some suspension parts, so we'll have to, when we do the oil change, we'll show you what we find at some point. Okay, we are really far along, farther than I thought we'd be. So I was just cleaning the floor, and work smarter, not harder, kids. I did sweep, but there's a lot of stuff on the floor, so I just decided to, you know, get rid of it. We're at a really good spot now. We're going to start putting stuff in the shed, or just to make some better use of our space in here. I probably will bring some of the stuff back in, but there's some stuff that we're not going to be using for quite a while. So when we're done, I'll give you, or when I'm done, Peyton went in for lunch, and actually I think that's probably a smart idea. So I think I'm going to break for lunch, and then we'll finish up, and then we'll give you the tour and kind of, I know you've had a tour of the garage before. But you know what? We might do it anyway. because you know, I don't really have anything planned for the day. We're not really cutting anything up or messing up stuff yet. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe the next day. Holy cow, what's going on there? Oh, dark. Oh, hey, that's mildly better. Anyway, so I'm gonna break for lunch and we're gonna do some stuff and hopefully get this thing finished up, and then we'll we'll have ice cream or something today, because let's face it, I haven't had any ice cream at Dairy Queen since never. Once this year, maybe twice. Just rambling now because that's what's going on. Yep. See ya. Hey kids, today Peyton didn't do her chores. It's kind of the thing that's been coming up lately. So anyway, I was gonna clean up the outside shop there, you know, the junkyard, Minnesota's smallest junkyard. Anyway, it's gonna rain, so I thought we all might like to see an oil change that goes right. I hope. We'll be changing the oil on the 28 Roadster, Bonnie. I have everything ready, hopefully. She's a little different. Well, number one, she's Ford, so I'll bet against her. And number two, the drain plug is kind of weird spot. It's like right flat underneath, and I got to use a wrench instead of a socket, and the oil filter's right out here, right up in your business end. Anyway, got a filter. Oil. Yes, it was on sale. This one's called Harvest King. It's 10W30. It was on sale. So anyway, I'm fairly set up. I'm going to make sure I got everything ready, and then we're going to get after it here. So let's do it. Now that the garage is clean, time to make a mess. There we go. And I missed the button. All right, so you can see the oil filter right there. The reality of things is, if I take that off and there's water in it, I'm going to shut the camera off and go in the house, and that'll be the end of today's thing, because I'm not doing what I did last time. I hope. The battery is not dead in this. I drove it just the other day, and I shut it off, so hopefully, you know. Anyway, you can see where it's at. So right below that's the steering box, and some nice shiny parts and stuff. So, you know, of course, that's where we'll go. I'm going to try to turn this off by hand. I do have gloves on because, you know, why not? And that's not going to work. So let's get the old good guy in here. Oh, yeah. I think that's tightening it. That's why wouldn't it be, right? It's bending. That's fun. Oh, there we go. Now, we can only hope that when I check the book, that the book gave me the right filter. Oh. This is mildly disturbing. Oh, there's some. Okay. Well, a little bit of gas in there, but not too bad. Now, one thing we got to do, make sure that this gasket right here came off, and you see that it didn't. That's why you check your filter. A little bit of oil on my finger. Just a little smooch on the filter so it can sit up or seat properly. And since I'm not disgustingly oily yet, basically just hand tight. That's all there is to that. Crazy. It's crazy when it works. Do you guys see that? Came off without a problem. went back on without a problem. Now I'm concerned. Well, I guess there's only one way to find out what happens next. Is to get under there and see if I can hit my head another 15 times, because that's what happened when I was doing stuff. So let's set up on the other side, because that's where you can see. Well, we're on that, well, it's on that side doing its thing, and draining a little bit. I put the pig mat down there. I told you about those. There's an absorber pad that, it's like a puppy pad for your car. Yes, I'm putting on gloves. If anyone's a problem with it, come see me after a bit. My normal pan, the bigger one that holds more, wouldn't fit because the bottom's low. Crazy, huh? So I got the thinner one. Good thing I did. And so, what do you think? Is this gonna work or what? Well, let's find out. Almost took a nap there. Okay. So, it's a 3/4 on this one. It's a big one. And it was loose. Go figure. So, and I'm starting to hate this car today. I don't know what that is. What is that? Oh, it's a gasket that's caused me a problem here. Yeah, that was loose, believe it or not. I believe it. Now the only thing that would be terrible is if nothing came out of here. I did check the oil. There's the oil in it. I'm 97% sure. Yep, don't like that gasket at all. Everything's right up in your teeth in a hot rod, kids. Literally, I got the front suspension right in my mouth, kind of, sort of. By sort of, I mean like all the way. Huh. It's coming out of there like it's supposed to. Crazy. So, we're going to take a peek at this now. Here's that gasket that looks like it's what you'd call complete trash. You know, why not? I'm getting oil on my floor. And then we're going to clean this up, and I'm going to see if there's any oil. No, any oil. Is there any oil on that, kids? Can you see? If there's any metal shavings that we should be concerned about. So, I'll just hang out a bit. I'll be right back. Okay, something I'm trying is these reusable ones, because I got tired of buying those Scott towels all the time, because they're great, but it's expensive. So there was some metal shavings, but nothing terrible. The one nice thing is on the bolt here, they actually said, when I actually put the measurement, it's 1/2 by 20. So, let's go check out that gasket. Yes, I know I'm wiping off my gloves. I know, I see it too. We're still dripping a little bit, so let's go talk about the gasket. Oh my goodness, it was such a walk. You see that? Right over there. Goodness gracious. Tell you. Work all day, have to walk. It was like five steps? We'll call it 5. I don't know if it's 5. So I'm gonna wipe this off. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna add a little light to the equation. So we have a plastic gasket. See? It's a little taberdoodle. It's well, I'd say it's kind of a problem. It's in the way a little bit, but I think I know why we were leaking from our oil pan bolt a little bit. She's loose. Weird. So when you tighten up your stuff, I mean, I said not to go nuts, but you know, don't leave it loose, man, because it's leaking on the floor. Anyway, so we got that, right? And no, I'm not writing the year or any of that on here, like you've heard people say. Because let's face it, a couple, 3 years from now before I change that again. Unless we get a milkshake like that one. Anybody else mad at that car? You know, get something fixed and it leaks again. You know? Yeah, no, I'm not going to do a grind my gears. I'm not going to do that. But it's irritating. Also, the spots on that concrete out there, remember I showed you those from the, oh wait, I talked about those earlier in the thing. I didn't say anything. And I'm not going to talk about the brakes that I don't need. It's just probably suspension stuff. If you want to do that, I'll change. What do you want to bet that goes sideways? It's going to go sideways. Yep. So, anywho, yeah, I think it should be done draining by now. This one, you know what? I'm gonna make fun of it just a little bit. I don't like this one today. I don't want to talk to that one, especially not when Miss Bonnie better do the right thing. I got my eye on something else, and the one that makes the most sense to sell is the one that works. That one, because I'll actually get some money out of that. So let's hope she's smart enough. Yes, I know it's a car, but let's hope she's smart enough to know. She sees the ones that have been around here. She's right by the calendar with all of them on there. Many have come before her, and many will be after her. You know what? That's enough yapping. Let's get this done. So then I can go eat dinner or have ice cream. One of the two. And I think we know which one I'm going to do. That's right. I'm going to eat a well-balanced meal with whole grains and protein and some vegetables. Spent a lot of time on this floor. That's all right. Needs to be done. So, I'm going to get this started underneath there, and of course, take you along for the ride. So let's do that. Nobody should be able to see, and that's perfect. You know what? No gloves this time. Hand colored only, kids. That's my knee. So, yep, it's done. It's just down to a drip now. So then you just put this guy back in there and just tighten her up by hand until you can't tighten it up anymore. Make sure you get your knuckles in the oil that's in the pan, because that would be smart, right? Get that snugged up with your fingers, and then use the right way, which is the first way I had. No, it's not. Hey, if this is the worst thing that happens today with this, that'll be perfect, right? And once again, we did it backwards. Because why not? You know what we're going to do? We're going to use the other end of the wrench. Because then I don't get confused, because it's smarter than me, apparently. Alright, let's get that out of the way. Ooh, it smells like exhaust right here in my face. Hey, look at that, kids. Okay. Oh, hey, watch out. Got in the way. Anyway, you know what's next? Let's get a funnel, do the... Okay, I mean, we saw a Junkyard Necromancer do the pour from up here because you trick photography and all that. I'm not doing that today because I like this car and hey, it better not be a problem. So let's get all set. Something I noticed, I just moved the oil filter from this car. It's a little bit heavy. You know what that means? There's a bunch of crap in it. Or it's just made that way. I don't care. So, yeah, by the way, Wayne Reynolds, you know who you are, pointed out this is a transmission funnel. Yep, and you know what? It funnels. And besides, it says it's just a long neck black funnel. It doesn't say it's for transmissions only. But it didn't work here. So we got this, because, you know, yeah, why not, right? We got our 10W35 ports. No, not 100%. Oh, this one I get to jam my finger in there. Hold on a second. So this one I'm not 100% sure if it's 5 ports, if it's 35 ports, if it's whatever it is. Pennzoil didn't have a thing, but Harvest King had a thing to do on here. Now, what are the chances that this is going to go in here with little problem since everything else has been okay? Exactly, 0. So there's only one way to do it. Let's sit on the tire and let it rip, right? So anyway, occurred to me today that this funnel's really small, and 5 gallons. Could you imagine a 5-gallon oil capacity in a hot rod? Yep. And we have a baffle in there, because why wouldn't we have a baffle in there? So now there's oil in there. But then again, this is the worst thing that happens, right? It'll be all right. Everything will be. Hey, look at that, Harvest King! You are the coolest. Yep, this is going to be a gigantic pain. Or slow. Anyway, you guys ever seen the movie 48 Hours? If you haven't, definitely worth checking out. You know, it really is. What I'm going to do is, I'm not going to waste your time pouring this 38 hours at a glug at a time. Hey, I can hear the oil. Or it's poured out on the floor. Guess we'll find out. We'll get you back in here in a minute. Okay, quick thing. There's no replacement for the Scott Blue shop towels because the funnel kind of moved and boop, made a mess. So now I'm going to clean that up, and it was just about done. So I'm going to get after that, finish the oil going in finally, because it's literally it's horribly slow. I think maybe next time I'll try just to shove it on the dipstick tube, because why not? This has actually been, you know, the longest thing I've had to do. So anyway, we'll get it wrapped up here pretty quick. Okay, kids, the oil is in. Some of it's on there, some of it's down there, some of it's right there, because that baffle backed up a couple times and once I missed, even the funnel. What are you gonna do? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn this thing on, open the door, and put that breather back into place and hopefully wipe some of this oil up before I do it, before I twist the key on this thing. I want to get it running and see if there's any leaks. Hopefully there isn't. If there is, it's a good time to address them. Like that one down below that was actually just a loose bolt, apparently, which I don't know. I don't know why people don't pay attention to that, but anyway, you know, get under there and take a look. So I'm gonna get some of the stuff wiped down, get the car turned on, get the key, and open the door, and I'll be right back. Funny story about finned things. I had a 47 Ford that I should have kept because I didn't listen to the girls. It was beautiful. I had flames all over it, black, red and white, tuck and roll, 3 on the tree, 255 flathead. It was a 286. Full 3/4 cam. Sold it to a guy half an hour north of here, so now I'll have to look at him drive it, which is terrible. Anyway, I was gonna check the oil filter and see how it was, because it had been leaking in that canister. And I thought, I was like, well, let's take this off. And it's been a while and for us to, after I've been home. I pulled that cap and it went, and it just started oozing down. And it went all over the fin head. Got to smell burning oil for a little while, even though I got it as clean as I could. So I learned a valuable lesson that day. And that's to be patient, which I didn't pay attention to today for myself because, I wanted to get this done and I want to eat dinner and all that stuff. But I'm going to wipe this down just a little bit more so it doesn't smell like burning oil right away. And then we're going to start this girl up. Okay, I sufficiently put more oil in the header. It's rust protection, even though it's stainless. I'll just call it rust protection. Look, if this is the worst thing that happens, I'm great. So, you know what? Let me get this door open. Because Clyde's a jerk. Oh, noisy! Noisy, noisy! So what we're going to do now, let me get in there. We're going to start this up. You ready, boys and girls? Everybody in the back? He's good. Let's do some looking. That was some hardcore level camera work right there. I don't see any leaks there with the stuff from before. We're good. A bug just crawled up from the car like, ah! Watch out. Tight fit the door. All right. We got 60 pounds of oil pressure. Now you know what we gotta do after this? Check it. Yeah, so we're gonna wait a couple minutes and then we're gonna check that dipstick and clean up and, I don't know, dinner, ice cream, snacks, chips. Big Red, I'm out. By the way, if anybody wants to send us any, email us down the thing and I'll give you my address because that's, what we like. Unless you find that blue cream soda frosty. So, just going to get set up over there with a rag and, check this thing out. You know what? I just shut it off, but it smelled a little bit of the oil. You know, it's thick. You can taste it. Anyway, hi. It's hot. Run it just for that little bit. It's hot already. I'm gonna pull the dipstick. Oil all over it. That's cool. Now it should be full. It should be full. If it's not full, we got a big problem. And it might be overfull because let's face it, that oil filter seems to sit at an angle where it's going to drain back. We are dead on. Dead on. It's so clear. Let me show you. It's so clear. A little vinegar, a little salt, pepper. You got yourself a vinaigrette, my friends. No, I don't know why. I don't get it. But anyway, so I'm gonna get cleaned up. It's gonna be a good time doing that because I'll tell you what, this went really, really well. I couldn't be more happy. See, for future reference, it's my happy face. Okay, so I cleaned up. It didn't take long because actually the garbage is sitting right there to go. I got to recycle the oil. Actually, I have 2 jugs now to recycle because I couldn't fit the one in there because it was too low. Another reason why I might put the taller tire on Bonnie. Shop, relatively clean. Just some oil on the floor and whatever. That's no big deal. But it would have been nice to have Peyton do this one because, you know, she missed out on, on the fun on the other one. We can call it fun. Here's what we learned. Number one, whoever did the oil change last time did not, or maybe they did, but more than likely they did not put oil on that O-ring before they tightened it down, and they sent it home for it to never get off of there. So when I did take it off, that O-ring, it's over there actually, that O-ring stuck. And it's a good thing that I could see it, because if I couldn't have, and I didn't check when I took the filter off to see if that was there, if I'd have double stacked them, this thing would have leaked all over the place, and it would have leaked right now. The other thing we learned today was the baffles in this one are very, very short. So we'll have to figure that out in the next 4 years between now and oil change again. No, because 15,000 miles on the filter, remember? I'll show you. 15,000 miles. Anywho, what else were we talking about? Oh, things we learned. We also learned that the reason why I was leaking out of the oil plug, the drain plug, is because it was loose enough just to make a drip or two, which is no bueno. Got that done. Also told you about what happens if you get oil in the fins on things. I think they're super cool, but come on, man. They're like that deep and it's flat. Jeez, I don't know what I'm gonna do to get that out of there. I guess I'll have to drive it, burn it off. The other thing we learned is Bonnie's still as fantastic as she always was. And we also found that with her oil, we can make ourselves a nice salad dressing. 10:30. I bet it tastes good. I don't. Yep. So overall, the last weekend show was fantastic. I didn't get to. I had intended to clean up out there and kind of make some sense of what's going on out there, because it's pretty funky town out there. It's pretty messy, and you know, I got to figure out what I'm going to keep and what needs to go, and then do that. And because when the winter comes, the Saturn goes over there unless Foreman decides to sell it. But I guarantee if she decides to sell it, she's going to make money off of what I paid and I'm paying for it. The thing's actually a really good car. I just don't fit, and it's you compare it to what I got out here and even up front, kind of a nerd mobile. But then again, I guess I did play bass in the orchestra and studied philosophy, and yeah, I was number 30 in her class for smart academics. So I guess maybe I should drive that. It's one to chew on. Finally, I want to just say that John Show Car Builder, not the Show Car Builder, John Show Car Builder, and Silver Restorations, it was so awesome to meet you. It was fantastic because, you know, we talk like this and we watch each other's videos and stuff, but actually putting a name to the actual face is pretty good. The person that did recognize me at Grand Rapids showed up at the show, and he knew who Peyton was and he knew who I was. It was pretty cool. Still a little bit weird. I'm not used to that because I live in a small town. But, you know, guys, it's so much fun to mess with these things and really just get out and try something. What's the worst that can happen? You got to pay someone to do it. You're going to pay someone to do it anyway. Change your oil. You know, it's almost where it pays to do it now again. You know, AutoZone had a 5 quarts and a filter for like $21 over the weekend. I mean, that's cheap. So think about doing that, and maybe, you know, build a flathead, or, you know, start from a bare frame and make the Munster coach. I do appreciate the confidence that one of our supporters did say that they'd love to see what my Munster's coach would look like, but man, I'll tell you, it would look like a kid drew it. Yeah, that's all I know how to do. But we really appreciate everybody and the support. We probably we owe a lot of people for their support for our success, and I wish I had a way to thank all of you, other than saying thank you. But we'll be doing some more cool stuff. I think Clyde's next, because I want to get that pan done, and I want to get him out and drive some more. Scare the bejesus out of myself when I step on the brakes. You know, go deafer this side a little bit more. And you know, guys, if you want to see something, or if you want an up close of something on one of the cars, you want to see what the suspension looks like, you want to see how horrible Clyde's welds are that we tried to fix, more than happy to do that. Just down the thing, then we'll put up a short, or we'll do a video around it, or whatever. And if you want to do a sticker swap, you know what you got to do. I don't have a PO box to share with you. Just email the thing, right? I think it's either going to be here or here. I'll try not to, you know, like I usually do. But send that email if you want to do a sticker swap, or if you want to see something, or if you want to send Peyton, you know, $1 million, or if you want to send us a new shop, or an, you know, 35 more, 40, 50 more feet. That's all I need. That's it. And a lift and 10-foot ceilings, or no, 12-foot ceilings. But I digress. We love doing these videos for you guys, and I love the fact that you even bother watching them. That's pretty cool. I do want to also say that Big Red did not call us when we told him about the Frosty Blue. So I'm a little concerned that they may get replaced. But as long as Iron Horse is still drinking Dr. Pepper, Big Red will always have a home here at Honest Paint Speed Shop. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, guys, and keep on wrenching. Have a great day.